It can get too bureaucratic and time intensive when there's technology there that can speed both the discovery and the input. I think the old way of doing things, with paper and even spreadsheets in an Excel software can be supplanted today with things that are much more efficient, both in entry of the material and doing Pareto analysis of the material. Probably one of the biggest problems I see, though, is many systems are good at taking information in, but not so good at spitting information out. And when I say out, there's two levels of information that are important. The level of information for a safety professional to look at it and say, I need to summarize this and present this to management for action. That's the technical use of the data. But in the end, if you ask yourself who is responsible for that facility's safety, to ensure that those people go home to their families, it's not merely the safety professional, it's the head of the site and the management team that report to that head. So if the data does not come out of the system in a usable fashion for executives, now the safety professional has to manipulate it. And that time spent manipulating database information is time wasted. If the system now can spit out a view to an executive that says, here are my leading indicators that reflect the effectiveness of our prevention system. And they're either on track or they're off track. And if they're on track, I know that part of my business is in control. So that's the biggest problem I see with it, is a lot of time wasted entering and analyzing data, and a lot of time wasted manipulating it to put in front of executives so that they can make business decisions about the recommendations you're about to make. I don't like to waste time because I figured I had a finite window to help as many people as possible not go through the same experiences that I did. And if I couldn't find more efficient and faster ways to do it, I couldn't help the next person. So it was almost like a desire to say, I don't know how many I can help by the time I retire, but my goal is to make sure nobody sees what I just witnessed. And so I was always looking at, okay, it's good today. We're going to look at it in a year and find out if it's still good, because your context can change. Risk control can be fleeting, because the work processes and the work environment is constantly changing. So anything I could find that would help me do things quicker meant I could go on to doing that important analytic. Are we still as effective as we were when we implemented this control? Or have we had changes that now weren't part of that planning that we need to account for? So speed was important to me because it meant I could just move on to the next approach to help send me, more people home without injury.